Welcome back to yet another full day of eating. What I'm gonna do this video, seeing as I'm on a strict meal plan, it's really boring. I'm gonna explain the differences between flexible dieting and meal plans, what I would recommend for new people, older people, bodybuilders, whatever I would recommend for each person, and I'm gonna go through that. So not only will a meal plan or flexible dieting, diet, whatever it may be, help you lose weight, but cardio and weight training also will. So what my cardio consists of is 30 minutes of Stairmaster at a natural speed. I did about 6 or 7, as well as post-workout cardio, farmer's walks, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. I'll show you that later on tonight when I actually do that for 20 minutes. So before I just move on to the rest of the video, I want to make sure I explain this. Alright, so what that is, it kind of acts as one of those steel fit wraps that kind of just help you sweat. All I do is I put Vicks Vapor Rub on my stomach to kind of heat it up, and then I wrap it to keep the heat in, and all it does, it helps me make sure that I'm not maintaining any water weight, and I'm making sure I'm getting rid of all the water weight that I possibly can, so that when I do take progress pictures, they're in the best shape they possibly can be. Does it help me lose weight? No. Does it help you lose fat? No. Is it really doing anything? No. It's all it is for consistency in terms of my pictures and videos and whatever I'm sending my coach. He wants to make sure everything is consistent as possible. So before that cardio, here comes supplements and such. I take a thermogenic from Ghost. It is a fat burner. Essentially just raises your core temperature, helps you burn more fat. And then post-workout, I take fish oil, CLA, ALA, multivitamin, and then I take my second fat burner with my next meal. So not this meal, but the next meal. So for the first meal, what I got is this vanilla Fairlife Core Power Elite protein, because they sell them at my gym. 42 grams of protein. The thing is, I'm not supposed to take that much for my post-cardio protein powder, so I'm gonna drink probably 3/4 of it, give myself about 30 grams of protein. That's what I want. And I save the other 10 and mix it with something later on in the day. Last thing in terms of my diet, I have a fast now. I'm doing intermittent fasting. After post-cardio, I take my shake and then I fast for 6 hours from now. It sucks. Going to get ready for work, haircut, and then I'm off. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Went and got some essentials from the grocery store for this diet. But right now, I'm gonna go in and get my hair cut. You like the sides? Nice and shaved down, about 1 inch off the top. Ready for Ohio. My asparagus is now melted. So I'm gonna go ahead and get home because it is hot as can be in here. I'm hot. I gotta pee. So let's get to meal number 2, technically. So as you can see, meal number 1 is 6 ounces of chicken, 3 ounces of some sort of greens. I chose asparagus because that's the only greens I like, but I could have had spinach, green beans, Brussels sprouts, whatever it may be, as well as some hot sauce that I put on top. This hot sauce technically does have calories, and I'm not supposed to eat it, but I only use a teeny tiny bit of it, and it only has 10 calories per serving, if that. So again, throughout the whole video, make sure I give you my tips on meal prep versus flexible dieting. I mean, there's a bunch of other diets, but those are the 2 big ones that I would recommend out of all of them. Those are the big 2. I'm going to tell you the differences, the similarities, what to choose as a beginner versus someone who's competing, who's each diet better for, that kind of stuff. My girlfriend's staring at me right now, right in front of me. But let's talk similarities and differences. So the main similarity, the main difference, very simple. They're both diets. They're just both 2 different diets. Either one you do, they'll put you in a caloric deficit, which means either one you'll lose weight. You make adjustments to both of them over time, and you have a set number of calories you're hitting every time. So the only real difference is you're eating different foods. So with one, you have a very strict plan of what you're eating every single day, which will hit those calories. In another plan, you eat whatever you want, whenever you want, in order to hit those calories. That's really the only difference. They're just different diets. You eat different foods, you eat strict foods. It's real simple. So what I'm eating for my technical meal 3 is the same thing as meal 2, but without the asparagus and with rice. So I got 30 grams of carbs from rice, as well as 6 ounces of uncooked chicken, and I'm gonna have the exact same thing for meal number 4. So just in case you guys don't know, my meal timings tend to be around 2 to 3 hours spread apart, except for that 6 hours that I'm fasted in the morning. Other than that, 2 to 3 hours in between meals is about good for me. And that's another thing that's different when you're doing flexible dieting as opposed to certain meals, is because you can eat whenever you want this meal now and eat another meal in 30 minutes if I wanted to. But with like a strict meal plan, you have to eat spread out or else you'll starve yourself. So meal number 4 will be the same thing back here. So I'll just talk to you guys again and then I'll show you the rest. Pre-workout meal, 1 serving of peanut butter, and I'll talk to you about this in the car. Alrighty guys, so the pre-workout of choice for today's workout is the CG Blue Lime. Sorry, it's sold out, or I would leave the link down below, but still, Ghost got some dope products. BCAAs, pre-workout, fat burner, protein, whatever it may be, all of it's dope. And you know it's real because I don't get paid by them. I just pay them. But the other pre-workout of choice, my pre-workout meal, quote-unquote meal, is 1 serving of my peanut butter of whatever choice I make. So I can get some fast-acting fats and carbohydrates used throughout the workout so that it doesn't affect me post-workout or early in the day. And he doesn't want anything storing as fat. It's pretty much what it is. He wants everything to be used as energy so I can lose some weight. It used to be 2 rice cakes with peanut butter on top, but we lost those 2 rice cakes because we cut in calories. I'm about to sip on this pre-workout on the drive over to the other gym that I work out at. And then we're hitting some chest, arms, abs, cardio, posing, stretching. That's a lot. I should be home at 11:30 to eat my last meal. We'll see if that happens. Alrighty, so what you guys are seeing right now is my 2nd and 3rd chest exercise. I started with the incline dumbbell and then moved on to a decline Smith machine superset with a upward cable fly. Then I did some incline hammer strength, flat machine press, and then I moved on to some bis and tris. Did about 3 exercises of each. If you want to find the workout, it will be on my Instagram in the description, so go down there. That's all I really did there, and now after that, you're gonna see these farmer's walks. This is my 2nd round of cardio that I have to do. 1 minute on, 1 minute off of farmer's walks. So what I do is I carry normally 20-pound dumbbells in each arm. I just got lazy and used 25-pound plates because I didn't feel like walking all the way across the gym to get the dumbbells and then put them away. So I walk for a minute on a 10 incline at a 3.5 speed. And now we're moving on to my post-workout meal. So if we're counting all my meals, I have 7. I have that morning shake after cardio. I have 4 total meals, and then I have a pre and post-workout meal. Pre was obviously the peanut butter. Post-workout is another protein shake, about 30 grams of protein. I used the rest of that protein shake that I had this morning, because remember I didn't finish it, mixed with 1 scoop of this protein that I got that I don't recommend, because 1, the company's awful, and 2, the protein's awful. Mixed with 30 grams of sugar from candy, again, per my coach's orders. This is where the meal plan and flexible dieting kind of differ. Normally people that practice flexible dieting eat pre and post workout, but they don't really cater certain foods pre-post workout. But before I get on to the pose, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about motivation, in the sake of if you want something, you got to keep going. You can't give up. There's so many times in the past that I've given up. I quit playing basketball, something I was so passionate about, and I just quit out of nowhere. I tried to play instruments, I quit. A long time ago, I started training, I quit. I started a YouTube channel a long time ago, quit. There's a lot of things that I've done that I've quit, that I've regretted. I started streaming, gained traction, quit. There's a lot of things that I've gone through in my life that I've just completely quit at, in which if I kept going, I would have found success. And that's really all it is making sure that you're continuing and pushing, and no matter what's happening, if you're not seeing the traction you need to see, keep pushing, keep fighting. Eventually you will succeed. That's just how life works. All right, so at first you're gonna fail, everyone does, but if you keep on pushing and pushing and pushing for a long period of time, you'll succeed. These big YouTubers, in terms of like Christian Guzman and all them, even Rice Gum and them, like completely different spectrums. They've been doing YouTube for years. Like, I mean 6, 7, 8 years. A long time. That just goes to show that eventually you will hit that point where you're gonna gain some traction. And eventually you will hit that point. But you never know. It could be a year, it could be 10 years, but eventually it'll happen. So if it's something you love and adore and just want to do completely for the rest of your life, keep fighting. You know, eventually it'll happen. Like YouTube right now, I put a lot of time into YouTube. I obviously only have 200 subs at about 150 videos. That's like 450, 500, 600 hours of time spent on making videos in which I've seen no major progress. But the crazy thing is, every 193 of my subscribers right now have been pushing me and motivating me. Every nice comment, every DM, every comment on my Instagram, every like on the video, every little thing like that keeps me pushing. And I really do appreciate every single one of you guys, and I don't want you to forget that. That's a little spiel. Starting to get all sappy on you guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off while eating this candy, doing some posing practice. I'll give y'all some snippets of the posing, and then we'll get home to my last meal, and then I'll talk about what I would recommend in terms of flexible dieting or meal plans. Finished off the night with 6 egg whites, 3 ounces of asparagus, 2 rice cakes, and my branched-chain amino acids. And that finished off my macros / meals for the night. First of all, I want to apologize, Dad, for recording this clip on top of your car. Second, I want to explain why I will recommend a certain diet for a certain person in regards to flexible dieting or meal plans. Quickly go over the pros and cons of both. Flexible dieting, the pros of flexible dieting are you get to eat technically whatever you want to fit your macros. Obviously, you have to kind of cater half your macros to stuff that you need, such as like protein, chicken, whatever it may be. But if I wanted a healthy burger, I could eat a healthy burger while flexible dieting. When it comes to meal plans, you have to eat a very strict diet, the same thing every single day, no matter what. Which that brings me to that being a positive for meal plans. Everything's easy, everything's simple, everything's the same. So if you're one of those repetitive people that need to do the same thing every day to really get results, that's the easiest way to do it. You're literally doing the same thing every single day. You never have to worry about messing up your macros or trying to fit something in because they're set for you. They don't change. Y'all done? Trying to record a clip. Thank you. Another positive for flexible dieting is you can really kill cravings. So with this meal plan thing I've been going on, I've craved everything. Yogurt, something as simple as oatmeal. That's the type of stuff I'm craving that I can't eat. And when it comes to flexible dieting, you can have whatever you want. You can have tacos, you can make them healthy. You can have a burger, you can make it healthy. You can make like a protein cheesecake. You can literally eat whatever you want as long as you make it a certain way. But if you're one of those people that if you have one bad thing, you need a lot of bad things, and you go on a trend of just bad dieting, that's where a meal plan would be better for you, because you can't cheat. You have to eat a certain thing at a certain time throughout the duration of the day. So now this is where it gets touchy. There are some things like meal timing, how much protein you should take in per meal, what you should eat pre or post workout. Science-based facts show many different things. So if you believe in meal timing and how meal timing is important, then obviously the full meals will be better for you, the meal plan, just because you're a strict meal plan set for certain parts of the day, pre or post workout, to kind of benefit you that way. But you could also cater flexible dieting that way and eat certain foods pre, post workout, certain size meals, but whatever. Okay, those are just a few pros, cons to flexible dieting and meal plans. And what would I recommend? Whatever will fit you best. I personally, to anyone, will recommend a flexible dieting approach just because it's a lot easier to get into a diet, because you can still eat pretty much the same way you're eating, just cater it differently and eat different amounts of different things and track it. And to me, that's the easiest way to do it. If you have a coach, either one will be good just because they'll tell you what to do. You don't really have to worry about tracking. in picking numbers and doing this and that and the other. But in regards to beginners, I will always say the flexible dieting approach is the best. In regards to things like bodybuilders or physique competitors, in that case, it depends. I know plenty of bodybuilders that do the flexible dieting approach, but I also know a majority of them stick to meal plans, very strict meal plans, and prep that way. But again, it's whatever's better for you. I think, to me, flexible dieting is better for me. Just for quick facts, last year I started at 185 pounds for summer shredding. Last year I dropped 30 pounds, this time I dropped 20 pounds. Except last year I was eating double the amount of food and doing half the cardio than I am now. So just by saying that, you can already tell that I was eating more food, I was doing less cardio, and I lost more weight. So for me, that's just the easier way to do it. And I did it all by myself. I didn't have a coach. Everything was done by me. Numbers, cardio, etc., all done by me. So I just feel flexible dieting is better for me because I can still live my life and not have to worry about strict meals every single day, certain times a day, making sure I have meals everywhere I go. To some people, will it be more beneficial to do meal plans? Is it overall, factually, scientifically more beneficial to do meal plans? Maybe, probably. The majority of people do it, so I guess. I couldn't give you any sort of scientific background, but a lot of new coaches and macro coaches and trainers and online coaches and all them, they strictly stick to the flexible dieting approach, and that's what most of them do. And scientifically, that's what they think is best. So I'm going to go with them and say scientifically flexible dieting is better. But again, that's a topic that is really hard to say which one's better than the other. Ultimately, they're both a diet. They both work. All diets work. Keto diets work. Smoothie diets work. As long as it's a diet, you're in a caloric deficit, it's going to work regardless. So pick a diet, especially if you're not contest prep. Pick a diet that you can stick to over a long period of time, and that's the one that you need to do. This I couldn't do for a long period of time. I'm doing it specifically for prep. So those of you who are overweight or just even want to just lose a little bit of pounds, you have no little date that you need to hit, flexible dieting is the easiest thing to get into. If you have a set date and you're very strict, you only have a certain amount of time, meal plans might be better for you. I couldn't tell you because I don't know you. But pick whichever one makes you happy and that you can stick to. That's the easiest way to say it. Today is the lowest I've been, 154. As always, thank you guys so much for the love. I've been getting a lot of love lately. Every video I'm getting comments, I'm getting DMs, so I really do appreciate it. This fine knit little community we got here. I don't take any of you guys for granted watching every single one of my videos, taking 5, 10, 15 minutes out of your day just to watch it, click the like button, hit a comment, hit a DM. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. But that's the end of the video. If you did enjoy the video, do not forget to leave a like. If you want any sort of tips when it comes to dieting or anything, leave it down below. If you're excited for Houston, leave it down below because you know your boy is. And with that being said, that is the end. Don't forget to stay fit, but more importantly, stay safe.